since it's already happened several times in the past 4 hours.
That's right. We've been here for the past 4 hours recording everything.
A new Sony patent would auto-detect in-game harassment by using biometric data to read your emotions. God. The tech would allow Sony to take action on harassment without users needing to file a report.
This is from Exputer, and it says Sony patents to prevent you from in-game harassment by reading your emotions, just like Craig said. And I'll be honest, that's terrifying. Look at those Funko ads. Okay, so Sony is often credited with helming innovative ideas in the gaming industry, and we can get a glimpse of them in patents. The company has now published yet another unique legal document that wants to tackle in-game harassment by detecting the emotions of players. The proposed system will allegedly use biometric info recorded in real time to figure out the current emotions of a user for auto-detecting harassment cases. I don't know, that sounds like a legal issue to me, just to be honest, right off the bat. The patent dubbed harassment detection apparatus and method will actively record the in-game emotional data of users to see how they behave with each other. Sony could detect when a player is harassed due to their rising heartbeat and other similar emotional changes. The publisher would use that info to take appropriate action and quell the issue without making the victim go through manual steps. All right, right off the bat, my question is, what if you have medical issues that you have increased heartbeats randomly?
I mean, what if you're in a really intense game?
Yeah.
Like, I think emotions are a great thing in any sort of competitive environment, especially if you're playing like when does harassment take place, right? They're talking about Call of Duty lobbies and shit like that, right? And those are competitive environments where competitive juices get flowing, and people say stupid things when they compete all the time. I don't care if you're playing Call of Duty or you're playing in the old man pickup league that I play in for basketball. Like, shit gets said, and you know what happens after it's done? You pat each other on the butt and you say, "Good job. We'll see you later." Right? That's how most people handle it. Right? This idea of having to quell or stop harassment and them feeling the need that it's their job to look at your biometric data.
Yeah, that's
the idea
wild.
that they're going to scan your heart rate. They're going to watch you with the camera. They're going to, like, what? This is I said, put this in the title, in the thumbnail. This is 1984 Orwellian shit here, man. The idea that, like, I think we all understand at this point in our lives that these things that we have following us around, this thing that I'm looking at right now, this thing right here is all being tracked, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all very realistic in that, right? And that the government can track everything that we're saying, right? There are agencies that do that. But does Sony need to have that ability to track and to keep track of the naughty words that you say? And if you are, let's say you do say something naughty or you say something mean. Once again, mean is always subjective. Harassment is subjective. If I call Blabs a boy, is that harassment?
I'm harassed.
I'm harassed. Harassment is always such a slippery slope. Eric, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, yeah, this whole thing of trying to protect this stuff, it's making society thin-skinned. And if you don't have things that are going to make your skin thicker as you age, you're just going to be a Karen when you get older. And people need to be bullied. People need to have, they need to feel emotions so they know how to control that. They know how to get past, hardships in their life. Because if something happens when you're old and you've never experienced that, you're going to break down. And I think that's what's wrong with society is we over medicate kids and tell them not to cry and all. You need to feel emotions so you know how to control them when you're older and how to, be a functioning adult that can actually manage emotion. So, yeah, just. I don't know.
I think you hit on something like really important there is that there's so many umbrella parents that want to keep their kids away from being hurt or feeling sad. And to the point to where when they actually get into real life situations, I'm not even saying like when they're adults, when they're in real life situations, whether it's at school, whether it's, whether on a sports team or whatever, where if they reach any sort of stumbling block, they'll just stay down. And the one thing that we always tell our kids, that I've always told our kids, like, I think about when they were just learning how to walk, what do we do when we fall down? We get back up, right?
Yep.
And so many parents, they want to pick their kids up instead of having them get up for themselves. And this is a larger societal issue, right? Where Sony is the parent here trying to pick everybody up. We're going to pick you up. We're not going to allow you to feel hurt. We're not going to allow you to feel like, fuck off. Like, that's not your job. It's not your job to police what people are saying to each other while playing games. It's not your job. It's not your job to be the bully police. It's not your job to be the nice police. So why don't you just stick to making games and letting people play them? That'd be great. And then let the community do what it does. That's the one thing I don't understand. Blabs, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's disgusting that they would even want to actually go to this level. And you got to wonder what they're going to do with all those recordings of people in Call of Duty lobbies. Will they'll be able to track those people down and be like, you did this, you're going to be in trouble now for it's like the cancel culture almost, where they're going to come after you for things you said back in the day, which was just, just talking shit to each other. But I do want to go back to this article because there is more to it that I've been reading. I'm just like, damn, this is wild. So it says, as per the thing, Sony would relocate the victim in the game to be away from the harasser or vice versa. So safe space in the video game.
Wow. Like bully hunters.
Yeah. And then says, additionally, it would also cut off communication between both parties to protect the victim from further harassment. We can expect the publisher to punish the perpetrator by banning them entirely. Isn't that wild? They're literally controlling who you can.
They're going to have to design games around this kind of like. So you're in a Call of Duty lobby and you yell at somebody. So the map is going to force you to spawn, and you're still going to run into the person if you're playing a multiplayer, unless it kicks the person out.
It's crazy.
The most heart racing moments I've ever had in a game are like top 10 situations in a battle royale. And if you're good at battle royales, that happens a lot. Like, what's going to happen when it's like, oh, this person's heart rate is accelerating again? It's just going to punish good players because they're getting into a lot of heart racing moments. So.
Right. Well, Eric, you mentioned bully hunters. We talked about this a few weeks ago on Tuesday Night's Main Event over on the G&G channel. But Blabs, are you familiar with the bully hunters?
No, is that a movie?
No, bully. Okay,
it should be.
I feel like yes, there should definitely be a documentary made about this. But you're right. I think this is bully hunters 2.0. Here we are. Let's check this out because this is spectacular. This is a trailer for bully hunters, Blabs, and hopefully you get the idea of what this service was. Okay.
Get the fuck back in the kitchen and take your goddamn hands off of fucking video games. If you're a fat fucking whore.
After I kill you, I'm going to be a necro and rape your body.
As soon as they know you're a girl, they're just waiting for you to like screw up.
I am a bit scared sometimes to just kind of go on by myself.
There are times where I've had to just quit a game. Like in the middle of the match, I'm like, I can't do this.
I'm kind of terrified of what I'm going to have to face, really.
Stupid bitch.
If you think harassment is just part of the game, we know who you are. We know what you play. And we are coming for you. This is not a game.
Damn. Minority Report, anybody?
Okay. So bully hunters, Blabs, they did a live stream of this and it was so good. So good. They did a live stream and the idea behind it is that if you were harassed in game, you could then ping the bully hunters and they would show up and then they would get retribution for your bullying on the person that bullied you. And it was received so poorly so poorly that it lasted one day. And I'm hoping that that's the case here with this idea behind Sony, because that's what we're doing here. So we have the bully hunters with
Legal
technology.
reason. Yeah. But I don't know, like I feel like people are so much more soy now that they'll just be like, all right, I'll accept this.
That's what it is. I think none of that stuff can actually work. That's the thing. That's why it only lasts a day. Is nobody knows what flipping server they're on. So how are you going to call in somebody to bully hunt? It's like, I'm playing Call of Duty right now. This guy's bullying me. Come join my game. It's like, what server are you on? Do you have there's not even a server lobby browser for Call of Duty anymore. It's not like the old GameSpy network that you could.
Yeah, it's not like you can pick where you want to play.
We were playing on GameSpy networks. That's maybe would have worked, but not in modern gaming lobbies. What happens if the lobby's full? The bully hunter's waiting in the queue so he can come, and then the bully leaves, and it was never going to work. Maybe 20 years ago. When
would you like to see? This was from 2018. Would you like to see kind of the stream and how they did this in real time?
Yeah, I'm curious.
This is Eric. Do you remember this?
I remember seeing this. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's check this out real quick.
Where it hurts them the most, by beating bullies at their own game. Will it happen tonight while you are watching? We don't know, but odds are yes, since it's already happened several times in the past 4 hours.
That's right. We've been here for the past 4 hours recording everything. Let's show you something that happened a little bit earlier today.
Okay, control room, can you bring up that
the
footage,
bully is
please,
in the
and
house.
play?
The gamers are all in the house.
Yes, this is all this is totally staged. So here we go. This is great. Blab, you ready for this?
Okay, we are looking at the play from our casual gamer, the Rose Thorn. Let's watch what happens. Take a look.
You don't know learn how to play the fucking game properly. All that you still suck. You guys girls just suck at video games in general. You whore.
This is a type of harassment that over 21 million female gamers have experienced.
Wah,
It was at
wah.
this moment that we...
What's that, Blabs?
He said, wah. Get good. Skill diff.
Every gamer has experienced somebody yelling at them for sucking at some moment in time.
Yeah.
Right.
So what about all the harassment, like Eric just said, from all the guys harassing other guys and said, I'm going to fuck your mom, or like, I'm going to whatever it is. What about them? Do
How
they
my
not
balls
count?
taste after I teabag you.
Yeah, right? Then it's just, oh, women cry. Listen, you're in a man's space.
Well, you got to
Get
call
good or
you call
shut up.
and Blabs.
Get
Blabs.
good.
You clearly call on the bully hunters. Let's see what happens when they call them in, Blabs.
We saw that it was not just trash talking. It was straight up harassment. So that's when the Rose Thorn, our casual gamer, decided to call on one of our bully hunters. What the Rose Thorn did in this case was use our new tool on her mobile device. We'll show you later how our tool works. But let's see what happens now. So the bully hunter has now been alerted and should be joining the game soon. Okay, pause right there. Now zoom in to the bottom left corner. It says our bully hunter has just entered the game. See, bully hunter 77 has joined the game. Now our victim, the Rose Thorn.
That's funny.
And they're on the team of the
save
bully.
you.
What if they're on the team of the bully? He's gonna have to team kill him.
I just love the visual of this. Bully Hunter 77 is joining the terrorist force.
Right?
Here
It
we
would
go.
only make it better if the number was 69 instead of 77. Then it would be even better.
Let's continue. Let's see what happens, Blabs.
Thorn and our bully hunter can communicate with one another. Let's take a look at how that plays out. Now let's zoom out and roll the footage, please. And there it is. Pause right there
Name
again,
the
please.
bully.
Now, our bully hunter has asked the Rose Thorn live in-game who is harassing her. And our victim then immediately replied. Let's zoom in again on the bottom left-hand corner. Now, you see there, the tool connected these two, a victim with a bully hunter. Okay, so now bully hunter 77 knows the name of the harasser, and she is ready to take action. Now, we are going to switch over to bully hunter 77 screen to watch the hunt.
Okay. So
Oh my
Blabs.
god, this is gonna be great. It's gonna take this.
Why do they blur out the bully's name but not the victim's name?
Protecting the bully?
They protected the bully.
There's so much here. There's so much here that could go so wrong. The idea that, let's say let's say I'm playing Blabs and I just call in the bully hunter and Eric's the bully hunter and I'm like, bully hunter Eric, Blabs is harassing me. And they're like, all like, there was no question. There was no like, what happened? It's just like, name the bully.
Yeah, right?
Bully. Name the bully.
Let's go. All right,
what if the bully's better than the bully hunter? And they just start teabagging them. They got to call in the next. I need management. I need management. They got the supervisor who's the best gamer in the room. He's just waiting to be called in to take out the guy that can take out the bully hunter.
We need the backup bully hunters. We need more.
There's
so much comedy. You can make great skits for gamers.
Absolutely.
Just this one concept.
All right, here we go. Let's check this out. Here we go.
Cut to that feed, please, and play it. So we are watching our bully hunter. She knows who the harasser is, and she is on the hunt. You can still hear the harassment in the background. It doesn't stop. So now bully hunter 77 is looking for the harasser. And it looks like she's going to use her...
Real quick, how does she know the harasser? There's no names over the top.
There's no tags.
Yeah, there's no tags when you're playing against somebody on a different team. That's why like gamers are like, this is all fake. This is impossible. Anybody who actually plays these games knows it's not possible to actually do this.
Let's see what happens, Blabs.
Her knife, folks, and there it is. Just pause right there. Let's back up and see that again. A brilliant knife move, very difficult. And look right there. See in the lower left-hand corner. Let's pause that and zoom into that. Our bully hunter left the calling card message to the harasser. Harassment is not a game. Bullyhunters.org.
Please clap. This is like the please clap moment. But like, seriously, what did that do? So you killed the person in the game, and then like that person just respawns? Nothing happened.
Permadead.
Yeah,
bully
they know not
the
to mess with
authority
the bully
to
hunters.
kill your character in Call of Duty.
Oh, you stabbed him in the back when he wasn't looking. How cowardly. Okay, cool.
So if we can circle all the way back to what's going on, Sony is now the bully hunters. And I hope that every time that you get removed from a game for being a bully, that they link to bullyhunters.org.
Because that'd be so funny. Bullying is not a joke.
That's bullying
you
is not.
See something, say something.